In lane 3, you're going to see one of the new teams in the CCAA this year. Actually, I think one of 2 new teams along with North Charleston. That's the Cane Bay YMCA in lane 3. In lane 4, that is Long Point. In lane 5 is Ashboro. In lane 6, Crowfield. In lane 7 is Legend Oaks. And in lane 8 is the Somerville Y. Now, the lanes, if any of you have been in here and sat in the bleachers, we're actually on the opposite side. So lane 1 is at the bottom of your screen. Lane 10 is at the top of your screen. The fastest swimmer or relay team will be in lane 5, then lane 6, 4, 7, 3, 8, and so on.
Crowfield off to a solid start. The order of the mixed medley relay is backstroke, then breaststroke, butterfly, and then ending with freestyle. David mentioned this earlier, but there is a lot of strategy, whether you're coaching a Summer League CCAA team or the Olympic team, of what swimmers to put where.
So I've always thought it's really an advantage to have a strong breaststroker. And that's because breaststroke is the slowest stroke. So if you get a good breaststroke, and that allows your butterflyer to extend the lead as they dive into the water, and the lead looks a lot bigger once the butterflyer gets into the water if you have a good breaststroke.
And it looks like Ashboro must have taken that advice. Lane 5, Ashboro's breaststroker coming on strong, taking over the lead for the butterfly swimmer.
Narrow lead for Ashboro, 39.33 breaststroke split. We'll get as many of these times as we can off the scoreboard. Not everyone's split's going to pop up on the touchpad.
Also, and I'm sorry, David, an unfortunate event in lane 3. This will happen throughout the weekend. Our breaststroker, her goggles fell down. She is pushing through it, but that looks very uncomfortable around her eyes. But she's almost there. It's
going to happen tomorrow especially. I can guarantee you we'll see a significant number of goggle losses tomorrow. As it's Crowfield now taking about a body length lead going into the freestyle. 152.32 with a 35.5 butterfly split.
Also, something interesting to point out if you're watching at home is relay starts. You are allowed to be in motion on the block as your swimmer coming into the wall finishes. You only have to have a toe on that block by the time the swimmer touches the wall. So the older swimmers are much better at those relay starts.
It's Ashboro setting the time to beat at 2:23.05. We'll see if that time might move them up in the last heat. Crowfield taking second in 2:27.40, holding off Legend Oaks. Now, Tara, all the times are going to be added together at the end. Your fastest 10 teams are going to be in the final heat, but anyone can win at any event from any heat.
Right, and we've seen that in city meets past, again, especially with the younger kids. You know, when they dive in, you never know what's going to happen. It could be someone from heat 1 or 2 or 3 that just swims out of their minds to take it all, which is very exciting. As long as you have a lane, you have a chance. Very exciting.
So I've just learned Somerville Y was supposed to be in lane 8, but they were not ready for this race. So there's going to be an extra heat added for just the Somerville Y to swim.
Well, that's nice of them to do. You know, depending on the meet and the level, sometimes if you miss a race, that's it. They will not re-swim it for you. So right now they're doing some logistics. Again, Somerville Y was supposed to be in that first heat. There was some type of miscommunication. They missed the heat. So now they're going to be adding a third heat.
It'll be right now they'll swim this heat. James Island, who was supposed to be in lane 10, is going to swim with the Somerville Y. So they don't have to swim by themselves. Our first and hopefully only snag of this entire city meet. We're going to have James Island in the Somerville Y. Somerville Y in 5, James Island in 6.
I would guess that every coach right now is looking at their swimmers saying, be ready, do not miss it.
Be ready.
David, I was just talking a little bit about the relay starts. Is that relay finish there? It's really neat to see the older swimmers and more experienced swimmers use that arm wind up and start their momentum out while the swimmer in the water is still racing.
It comes down to making sure the swimmer in the water has a great finish so that the swimmer on the blocks can time it. You want to practice this, obviously, with as many swimmer. You want to practice your relay order. But if it's not done well, then it can lead to a false start, and then you're done. You're disqualified. And it's usually the fault of the swimmer in the water.
Something I always like to see that makes me giggle is usually the 7, 8, and 10 and unders when they want to do the arm circle. They want to look like the big kids and the fast swimmers, but they do the forward arm circle.
Yeah, you don't want that. That looks really bad. That's not good. All right, James Island is in there, and so is the Somerville Y. It's worth noting, in individual events, 30 swimmers will score in each event. In relays, it's 15, and points are doubled. So it goes 62, 56, 52, and so on back down to 4 points for 15th place. Individual events, 31 for the winner, then 29, 28, and so on, down to 1 for 30th place. So all but 2 teams are going to score in this event, as we see Somerville Y and James Island going off there. And James Island is seated about 23 seconds faster than the Somerville Y, so we expect James Island to have a nice performance in this heat.
Yeah, James Island will really need to race the clock. I don't think the Somerville Y will be able to provide them with that push they're looking for. They're going to need to race the clock in order to place higher and score some points. All right, so in lane 6, James Island, you can see her getting ready for a relay start. Let's see what she does. Oh, she got it right.
Good wind up there.
Backwards arm circle. Again, the older they get, the more comfortable you get. They really get that momentum, and it's able to launch you out over the water instead of straight down. Breaststrokers in the water. Breaststroke is, in all the strokes, that underwater swimming and kicking is important, but especially in that underwater cycle for breaststroke, both off the dive and the turn, you can really make up some ground and do some powerful underwater swimming.
Some of these older swimmers are going to be going about halfway down the pool once we get to Sunday. Not so much with these younger ones, but that's definitely a skill that can be utilized to full advantage. We'll see the individual medley where one swimmer swims all 4 strokes, and non-breaststrokers have to really take advantage of what they can, including that underwater cycles. James Island at 1:17.96.
Great to be inside and be able to see the fans and the teams spaced out around the pool deck. The city of North Charleston did limit it somewhat. I think it was 1 spectator per swimmer, but we are so thankful that we are here and
yes,
there are fans, and this is going to be fun.
I think it might be a little bit more tonight because there's just one age group. I think teams had a certain cap on the number of fans they could bring. Most of the meet that will work out to 1 per swimmer, but because it's just one age group tonight, this is less crowded than we're going to see it over the next 2 days, as James Island has about a half pool length lead. Eating some goggles there in lane 6, but the swimmer is racing tough all the same. And they're going to set the time to beat. James Island was entered at a 2:21. They're going to be much faster than that here at a 2:17.42. So that's likely to get that will get them into the top 10. That's a guarantee, as they have the fastest time with 9 teams still to go.
James Island shaving 4 seconds off their entry time. I'd love to see coming into City Meet how much time these kids drop in the races.
And Somerville Y, after all that, they drop 9.5 seconds from their entry time, 2:35.10.
They got their adrenaline up when they missed their heat.
I'm sure. All right, we're going to have the final heat. And it just got really loud in here with 9 teams going into the pool. In lane 1, that's Shadow Moss. She's not listed on the scoreboard. In lane 2 is Park Shore. In lane 3, Hobcaw. Lane 5, that's North Charleston, your top seed in this event at 2:05 flat. Sydney Fennell will swim the leadoff leg for North Charleston. In lane 6 is Northbridge. Lane 7 is Sneak Farm. Lane 8 is Newington. Lane 9, Chamelon.
It is really cranked up noise level in here. I love it.
It just got loud, no question. I believe that's Garrett Blankenship there for Sneak Farm with a great turn to put himself in front of this heat.
Also, lane 3 swimmer Elliot Murphy with Hobcaw. Not sure who that crow. Oh, is that Sydney Fennell? Lane 5.
Sydney Fennell,
great.
lane 5. Sneak Farm at 30.19. North Charleston is second, and Hobcaw is third.
Breaststrokers in the water. Crowfield still, or is that North Charleston? Excuse me.
North Charleston taking over the lead there in lane number 5. Sneak Farm is right there, and so is Hobcaw. Northbridge trying to get back in it. Daniel Island trying to get back in it. This
looks like a race for second. Race for second at this point.
Finn Ruthier going into the pool now for North Charleston. Northbridge has moved into second now. And Sneak Farm is third. That's Sean Graber in there for Northbridge. Sean Graber seated first in 3 events and seated first by a lot. So
all right,
we're going to see a lot from Sean
he
today.
can pick up some traction here.
He could make up some ground. Finn Ruthier is the one out front there for North Charleston. And that's Hayden Southern on the blocks, getting ready to anchor. 1:33.92. The meet record in this event is a 157.90. I don't think they can get there even with Hayden Southern on the end.
Yeah, that would be a 24 at the end.
Yeah, that's definitely not going to happen. Northbridge still second. Daniel Island is now third. I don't see that one changing. And here comes North Charleston. They're going to barely miss getting under 2 minutes. 26-1 for Hayden Southern on the end there. Northbridge finishes second at 2:04.58, and Daniel Island takes third in 2:07.49. Park Shore fourth, Snee Farm fifth.
We'll be going to a commercial break, and we'll be right back to interview our first event champion here at the 2021 CCAA City Meet.
All roads lead to Baker. With over 500 pre-owned vehicles representing 14 different brands in the Baker collection, we've got something for everyone. We invite you to shop the extraordinary selection of off-lease vehicles, courtesy loaner cars, and great trades at our all-new Mercedes-Benz facility in Nexton. Baker Motor Company in Charleston, Mount Pleasant, and now in Somerville on Sigma Drive between exits 197 and 199. All roads lead to Baker.
At Raising Cane's, our dining rooms are open, and our crew is serving up hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and my favorite, cane sauce. So come on in for meetups and wind-downs, lunch breaks and dinner fixes, pre-games and after-parties, or whenever your chicken finger cravings hit. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Here at MBC, the game begins, and we're all in. No matter the obstacle, with our talents, we shall make it to the prize, whether it be family game nights or banding together with our siblings. Because the future shall be created by those willing to make it.
Toy with us.
In the spirit of the games, we are united again. MBC, let the summer games begin.
Opie Grocery Station.
Aquatic Center with our first event winner from the city of North Charleston. They took the 11-12 mixed medley relay with style. If you all will please introduce yourselves and look up there at the camera and say hey to everyone at home. Please introduce yourselves.
Sydney Fennell, Carter Gladys, Finn Ruthier, Hayden Southern.
All right, so what was it like to swim this race in this pool? It was very loud over here. Could you hear people cheering in the water?
Yes.
When you were standing up on the block, were you very nervous or just super excited?
I was pretty nervous, but really excited.
And then, what else are we swimming tonight? Do you feel like you all are going to have a pretty big night tonight at City of North Charleston? Okay, good. Well, it was amazing to watch your race. I would love to hear what you all have to say about your favorite thing about Summer League swimming. Sydney.
I just like doing like fun stuff and like relays.
Carter.
I like it because it's not like very pressuring. Like you can go as fast as you can, and even if you add time, you're still having fun. The energy, it's so loud here, it's awesome. I like the relays too.
Awesome. All right, well that was a great start. Congratulations. We'll see you soon.